Hello everybody, I'm going to be replacing, or not replacing, I'm reinstalling a block heater on my Kubota BX23S. This thing here, it's cold. Michigan, I see the breath. Max temperature today is 15 degrees. This thing will not start. Let me show you here. I've been running the glow plugs a lot. I've had battery charger on this thing, and it's just ridiculous. So I've already got additive in the fuel. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, your fuel's gelled up. I put additive in here and in all my gas cans, so it shouldn't be. I ran this additive last year without a problem. It's just really cold, and so I'm going to put a block heater in this thing. I'm going to do a video from start to finish, show you how it's done. I don't have a lot of room in here because this is my Harbor Freight paper garage outside, and it's nice at keeping the elements off the tractor, but it's cramped and it's cold. So I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. All right, here we go. Here's the part I picked up from Kubota today. It is for the BX23S, and I'm sure it will work with other models as well. All right, part from Kubota. There's the block heater. Simple. The prongs. It's a pigtail that will plug in the back of this. Then you have a regular 110 3-prong outlet. Also in this box, stuffed in here really good, are the instructions. Back of this has a nice little diagram where it's supposed to go, and the instructions all are right here. All of them right there. So basically, make sure it's cooled off, take off the oil tube, drain the coolant. Then we need to pound this in with some Loctite, plug this in, zip tie it, put some high temp paint on it so it doesn't corrode. That's it. Seems simple enough. Let's get started. Okay, so from this side of the tractor, I already got the hood popped up. We're going to get down here, and again, I apologize for the tight fit, because it's right up against the side of the garage. Now, according to the instructions, I need to pop out this freeze plug, but I don't think I like that. I'm going to put it here. That seems to be unobstructed. That really close to this guy right here. So we're going to pop that out there. But first, we need to drain the coolant, which, I got these wires out. We just need to take this drain plug right here, put a bucket underneath, which I have a hard time because I still have the deck on this thing. We'll figure out how to do that. I have a bucket, but what I'm looking at is going to be a mess. So, more to come. Alright, show you how I got this freeze plug to move. I used 11/16 socket, or sorry, combination wrench. It's the same size I needed for the drain for the coolant, and I stuck it in here basically like this, and I tapped on it with a hammer until I can get it twisted. Now I'm going to try to grab hold of that with some pliers and pull it free. Okay, the next step, we're going to be installing this in that freeze plug hole right into the block. We're going to use permanent Loctite thread locker. You want the permanent because you don't want this thing to move. So we're going to coat this with thread locker. Before we install it, we're going to clean the hole very well. And then to get this in the hole, we're going to use a 1-inch socket. Place it over top of this. These aren't threads, these are just grooves. And then tap this with a hammer to put the glow side into the block. So, see how this goes. Alright, there it is. It was, I had to remove this fuel filter here from this bracket because it was just in my way to hammer that in. And to hammer that in, you just want to make sure you're going straight, and you put this 1-inch socket right over top of that. Hold it with one hand and tap it in with a hammer. Make sure you get plenty of thread locker on there. You can see here where the excess is coming out. So when that dries, that should be really secure, and there is no gap back here in the back. It's a shoulder there. You want to make sure that's flush. Okay, now we install the pigtail there. So what you want to do here, take this clip, you can take it all the way back, line up your 2 prongs in the direction, same direction as those, and plug it all the way in. Slide your grip. There's some flat spots here that correspond with the flat spots here and here. So you want to get those flat sides, line up, and then you should hear it lock in place, and it holds it good and tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall my fuel filter real quick. This just goes over here to bolt through. Let's get that nice and snug. Okay, now I'm gonna wrap this cable. I want to make sure I'm not in the way of anything here, so I'm probably going to take it and see, I don't want, there's a flywheel here. I don't get anywhere near that, so I'm probably going to get away from the hinge too, so probably zip tie this here. I don't want to zip tie it to a fuel filter because those things get changed. So much snow, garbage everywhere. Okay, that's that. And probably going to have to cycle this hood down, or lower this hood. See where, oh, it's not bothering anything right there, so I'll probably just zip tie it up here, up against this frame right here, and just leave the plug sitting like that. Yep, I'll just zip tie it there. Okay, now you can see it's zip tied. Zip tied there into the block. That's good. Close the hood. There's no restriction. I can keep this covered when not in use. It's got a nice cover on it. I can't do it one-handed. But you get the idea. Alright, now to add coolant. Alright, it's the next day. It's a little after 10 o'clock in the morning. I just walked into this Harbor Freight paper garage, and I can actually feel a temperature increase. The outside, got my little flute. You can see, let me get it out here in the sunlight. I'm reading about 17, 20 degrees. I come inside here, jumped up like 10 degrees inside this garage. And I contribute that all to the block heater. I want to check something here. Back of the tractor. Let's just check a spot here. 25.6 degrees. No, I actually want to check the engine compartment here. And I can just feel the heat coming off of that. So right down by the, let's get down here. Down here by the block heater. And I'm going to measure right close to it, like right there. I don't know if you can see where I'm measuring. And I got 140 degrees. Let's check the top of the engine. 120 degrees. Holy smokes. I didn't expect those kind of temperatures. So that block heater is doing its job. So now I'm curious. We all heard how it started before. Let's run the glow plugs for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, people. I think that is a success. Holy smokes. So if you're having trouble in the winter, put one of these things in. They are fantastic. Starts right up, no rough idle. It's ready to rock and roll. So it didn't take me very long to install it. So not even half a day, you know, you can, an hour or two, and save yourself all kinds of aggravation. So if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe. I'd like to do more videos on upgrades and things to do. I also, on this channel, have a playlist for electric vehicles. Trying to do some education on that and dispel some of the misconceptions and misinformation that's out there currently about electric vehicles. So if you're interested in that, jump on that playlist, see if you like that content as well. All right, that's all for now. Have a great day.